let me tell you something. This shocked me. First of all, offensively, look at all the numbers. He's been the best. Look at all the numbers. He's been the best offensively. Defensively, I would argue, he's also been the best. There's offense and there's defense. Well, what else is there? There's winning. His team has the best record in the conference. They can't win without him. Much better record with him than without him, in spite of the fact that Simmons is also playing very well. No, it's Joel Embiid, and here's something that blew my mind. Guys, do you know who has the highest scoring average per 36 minutes in the history of the NBA for their careers? For their careers, because Jordan's number 1, KD is number 3, Kobe's on that list in the top 10. Number 1 per 36 minutes for his career after he dropped 50 the other day? Joel Embiid. People don't know. And this year, guys, he's in shape and he's healthy. He's been the best player in the league so far.
Well, with all due respect to GOAT LeBron James and Joel Embiid and Big Jokic, the best player in the league this year, February 24th, 2021, has been James Harden. Look, not only is he the best player, he's the best point guard in the league. And if you look at what James Harden has been doing this season is arguably his best season of his career. Yes, he's only averaging 25 points, but we all know he's capable of averaging 30. He's done it the last 3 years, averaged 30 plus a night. But look, on top of that, he is averaging his highs in rebounding at 11.6. He's averaging, at assists. He's averaging 11.6 assists, leading the league in assists. He's averaging 8.5 rebounds, his career high. He's averaging a career high of shooting 50 from the field. So let me take you down memory lane for a second. The Brooklyn Nets just went on a West Coast trip. First stop, Golden State Warriors. James Harden goes into Steph Curry Arena and gives him that business. They take a bus ride to Sacramento. He goes down. Been hearing the chatter about De'Aaron Fox. He gives them that work. And then on a back-to-back, he goes to Phoenix without Kevin Durant and without Kyrie Irving, being down 21 at the half, while the Phoenix Suns had been on a 6-game winning streak at home, and goes and drops 38, 11, and 7. And then he flies to L.A., back to Compton where he was born and raised, and take on the top dogs in the Lakers and Clippers and hand them the business. And then fly back home. We leave off the road. We went 5-0. We come back to the crib. Forget the time zone. That's not going to affect me. Well, Sacramento Kings have been waiting on them. And guess what? He dropped a 29-point triple-double with a dub without Kevin Durant again. The Nets are on a 7-game winning streak. This is some of the best basketball that I've seen James Harden play. And right now, today, he is the best player in the league.
Max Kellerman, I almost think it's almost sacrilegious to leave LeBron James out of the mix, Max and KP. But for the purposes of this argument, I got to admit, I'm going to side with Big Perk on this. James Harden has been sensational. He's averaging 25 and 11. He's shooting 48% from the field, nearly 40 from three-point range. He's shooting better than 85% from the free throw line. Oh, by the way, he's putting up double-doubles like it's going out of style. He dropped 38 on Phoenix. I'm looking at the numbers here. He dropped 37 on the Clippers. We know what he's been doing, and he's leading the way. And then when you take into account the fact that Kevin Durant has been out, it hasn't mattered. The fact that people were calling him out of shape because he was, it didn't matter. The fact that he had created some controversy because people were calling him out because of how he departed from Houston and what have you. You just look at that, and we forgot the fact that, we needed to appreciate the reality that it clearly wasn't about the money, because he was offered a 2-year extension at $103 million and turned it down because he's prioritized winning. And then he shows up in Brooklyn with Kyrie as a teammate, with KD as a teammate, with guys like Jeff Green, Joe Harris, TLC, and the crew to appease. And somehow, some way, he takes over ball handling and point guard responsibilities and has played like the best point guard in the game. Not to mention the fact that his defense in the post area showing his strength. He couldn't be pushed around. Just ask Kawhi Leonard how tough he was, difficult he was in the post in terms of defense. James Harden has been nothing short of sensational. He is a league MVP candidate. And even though Joel Embiid is playing lights out, it does help that they surrounded him. Tobias Harris is having a career year. Tobias Harris, Seth Curry has been playing lights out. Ben Simmons is still doing what he's doing. And he's got the coaching of Doc Rivers. James Harden just simply is James you. I think it was Devin Booker. And the reason why I say it hurts me to say, in the interest of full disclosure, y'all know that not only do I do this show and I host my other show, Stephen A's World, and Sports Center, with Stephen A for my NBA show, but I'm also executive producing a docuseries, Why Not Us, on the North Carolina Central University basketball program. It's me with Roadside Entertainment and CP3, Chris Paul. And the reason why I say it hurts me to say this is because I love Chris Paul and I love his game and I love the fact that he's an all-star. But if you're going to pick a Phoenix Sun, it was supposed to be Devin Booker before Chris Paul. That's my issue. I look at all of these guys. All of these guys on the squad are deserving of being on the squad. Somebody was going to get snubbed, and we get that. But when I look at the Phoenix Suns, you're 20-10. Okay, you're 20-10. You're the top 4 seed in the Western Conference as we speak. Okay, Devin Booker is leading the way with 24 a game on 50% shooting. He's balling. And nearly 40% shooting from three-point range. He's gotten better. They're a top 4, top 5 defensive team in the NBA. Monty Williams, oh, by the way, look, when we sit here and we talk about the paucity of black coaches in the National Basketball Association, black men that have been assistants for years that are getting bypassed and ain't getting the opportunity. I mean, there have been examples before. But the job that Monty Williams is doing in Phoenix, is anybody paying attention? 8-0 in the bubble. People thought it was a fluke. They come out. They start off 11-9 or something like that. They've won 9 of their last 10 games. They are balling. And Devin Booker is leading the way. Love CP3. Love him. And happy for and proud of his leadership with the NBPA. Proud that he gets on the court and do what he does. But if there was a Phoenix Sun that was supposed to be on the All-Star game, on the All-Star team out of the Western Conference, it was supposed to be Devin Booker before CP3. And I think even CP3 would agree with that. I'm sorry.
Look, I'm glad you brought up who should be left off, because you can say whatever you want about a snub. It's only a snub. Now tell me who you're going to snub who's on the team. So I agree with you, by the way, on the Western Conference. If you're talking about guards, Devin Booker ahead of CP3, and that's saying a lot. CP3's been great. But I'll tell you something else. Devin Booker has to be on the team. He has to be on the team. I don't care what you have to do, because it's an all-star game. And the star appeal and the spectacular nature of someone's game has got to matter in a tiebreaker. Even sometimes, I'll tell you who. Paul George is a great two-way player. He's having an all-star season, the whole thing. You want to say, well, actually, technically, he's more valuable because of this and that. I would take Devin Booker before I took him. I got to be honest. I would take Devin Booker before a whole bunch of guys. They were 8-0 in the bubble. They were undefeated in the bubble. They win twice as much as they lose this season. And his game reminds me of, we talk about attitude and who reminds you the most of the Mamba mentality and everything. But his offensive game reminds me of a little mini Kobe Bryant. Like, what can't he do offensively in terms of scoring? Devin Booker's got to be on the team.
Look, Stephen A. Max, I don't disagree with either one of you. I strongly believe that Devin Booker should be on the team, and I do believe he got snubbed. But here it is. I come from old country Beaumont, Texas, and I was raised by my grandparents, and my grandmother is from Louisiana. And when someone makes a dumb mistake, she used to always say, God bless their heart, baby. They don't know no better. And that's how I feel about the coaches right now. Because the way that they did Domantas Sabonis is just ridiculous, okay? This guy is so valuable to the league. It's crazy. He is a baby Jokic. He does everything for this Pacers team. He is averaging 21 points, almost 12 rebounds a game, with 5 dimes a game. The offense runs through him. It's nothing that he can't do offensively. You talk about a great passing big, he's up there. You talk about a great rebounder, he's up there. You talk about a guy that's able to put it on the floor and put it in the basket in majority of the ways, he's up there. Now, who would I take off the list in the Eastern Conference? It's Big Vucevic. I always struggle
Vucevic.
with his name. But I would take him off for the simple fact that the coaches vote for the reserves, okay? And they always want to move the goalposts, and they say, "Oh, we want to vote someone in that is performing at a high level individually and impacting winning." The Orlando Magic are not winning right now. So how did he make it above Sabonis?
Well,
Sabonis has to get his just due, and I feel like he was the biggest snub.
That's a good choice. I still don't think it's bigger than Devin Booker, but that's a damn good choice that you make. I know we got to move on. The only thing that I want to say is, Big Perk, I got to get on you about something. If you want somebody to come at you on a debate show, man, you can't be bringing up grandma. How we going to disagree with grandma? You can't do that to us. I mean, what we supposed to do? We can't come back at you and hey, we don't care about what grandma thinks. No, of course we do. We can't say anything about grandma. You can't do that to us. That's handicapping us, man.
No, but Stephen A., I just wanted to throw that Louisiana slang out there because, when they say bib, he be saying that a lot. That's all.
Okay. All right. I'll go with
Stephen
that.
A., I'm trying to get Granny on the radio show.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get Granny on the radio show. And I'll tell you something else. I think she wants to come on, and Perk is keeping us apart. That's right, Perk. I said it.
Nah. I want Stone on first take. That's who I want on first take. I want the little one right there, Mac. You remember? That's who I want on first take. That's who I want to see on first take. That's who I want to see. I'm sorry.
Oh,
you
special family.
That box office
Bless their
right
heart,
there.
Perk. They don't know no better.